Hello and welcome back to my blog. We're going to finish up today with a brief but bright illumination of the truth about income tax. I hope this discussion has helped to make clear the strict legal limits under which the income tax operates and to which it perfectly conforms. Understanding these things is all that is needed to recognize that anyone who acts or talks in disrespect of these limits, regardless of his or her costume, title, or position, is acting either in ignorance or defiance of the law. Understanding these things is all that is needed to know that anyone who respects the American structure of limited government under the rule of law is obliged, as a matter of civic responsibility and proper regard for his or her dignity and God-given rights to liberty and property, to act in accordance with the limits under which the tax operates and to which it must conform, and to insist that others do the same. Finally, understanding these things is all that is needed to oblige each person with whom you deal to take responsibility for his or her own actions. No person with an education beyond that of a junior high school student can fail to understand this paper or its points, and therefore no person presented with this information can evade personal responsibility under the pretense that the law is just too complex or nuanced. So he or she must, and rightly can, defer to the opinion of some expert, such as an attorney, CPA, government bureaucrat, or judge. Now that you understand the nature and limits of the income tax and a bit about the manner in which that nature and those limits are implemented in the tax law, take the next step. Get introduced to the mechanics of the application of the tax and how it often comes to be misapplied and what can be done about that by reading the little story of Bob's Bicycles. After that, I hope that you will move on to Cracking the Code, the fascinating truth about taxation in America, and Was Grandpa Really a Moron? Critical Inquiries for a New American Century, and get the whole story of the income tax and its relationship to the average American. You'll learn that contrary to all you've ever felt about the tax, it is perfectly benign and fully constitutional, just as has been briefly demonstrated here. You'll also learn in much more detail that the tax doesn't fall on what you've always been led to believe that it does by those whose business, whose trade or business in fact, is to maximize the amount of revenue flowing from other people's pockets into those of the state. Just as importantly, you'll learn exactly how the tax comes to be misapplied to earnings that don't qualify, the critical role you have always played in making this happen to you, and how the misapplication can be stopped and its past effects rectified. Finally, and most importantly, you'll learn how the whole structure of limited government under the rule of law established by America's founders relies on you knowing and acting on this information. I look forward to welcoming you into the company of the many Americans who have already risen to this critical civic responsibility and have not only regained control over their own wealth, but have taken charge of where their beloved country is going. Pete Hendrickson. And that's the end of that one. Pay your taxes. Make it a great day, and bye for now.